My next guest is Neil Clough. Now, I've never heard of him either. That's actually not true. I have heard of him. Runner-up last year on The Apprentice. And really, not because of that, you've actually a sound business person, aren't you? That's what's so nice about it.
I'm definitely
well,
trying.
I don't know. I know for everybody you talk to, everybody that meets you, it seems that you come up with all the right ideas, and I think that's what's so nice about it.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes I think people will look at TV programs because it is entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what you're up to these days. What are you?
Sure.
What are you doing?
Obviously at events like the business show today, so I'm speaking, motivational keynote at 3:30 today, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also involved in a business called My Travel Pal, which basically is a promotional business that offers the best things to do while out and about. So basically if you want offers and promotions and deals, people can go on there and get deals and offers for different restaurants, bars and so on. So that's going particularly well, and I'm also launched a sales training and recruitment business. So
Blimey.
Actually on the back, believe it or not, of where I failed on The Apprentice with, let's be honest, the shocking business plan.
Yeah.
I learned where I went wrong. I listened to the advice that I got, and I stuck to what I knew, which was sales, and that's where Prime was born, which is a sales training and recruitment business. So basically helping people land their dream sales role, which has worked for me for the last 15 years, so absolutely love it.
When you look back at what you did on The Apprentice, I mean, do you still think to yourself, thank God I did that, because it must have changed your life?
Yeah, it's changed my life obviously for the better, and we were just chatting before, just off air, it opened so many doors, and so many people are willing to speak to you because you've maybe got a bigger profile than what you had when you did the show. But at the same time, it doesn't give you success. What it does, it gives you a platform, and now it's about me going out there, making sure that I drive the business forward and make it a success. So The Apprentice has certainly just helped me and been a real part of my journey, really.
The bit about the motivational speaking, because that's what you're going to be doing here today, and
right.
I think a lot of people, you do the circuit.
Absolutely.
And the thing that was interesting was that on the program, when you did that, it was because that the team couldn't afford to pull somebody else in as the other team did, wasn't it?
That's
My memory
right.
serves me right. And so you stepped up to the plate and you went, hang on, I'll do this.
Yeah.
The thing was, you were very, very, very good at it, and I think that surprised a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because it showed that you
surprised me too.
well, you weren't just a one-trick monkey, were you?
Yeah.
Because you were very, very sales-orientated, and there you were doing the motivational speaking.
Yeah.
So who do you think you draw on? Where are you getting that experience from now? Who's influencing you?
I mean, I've got a real motivation in my life of why I want to be successful, and it's not money. Money doesn't motivate me, believe it or not. It's nice to have a few million in the bank, but that's not why I do it. I've always just wanted to strive to be the best I can be, and it's a simple motivation to have. And unfortunately, when I was 18, my father passed away. And at the time I was a budding football player, and he was taking me around the country to different trials. And when he passed away, I decided that football wasn't for me anymore, and I got into sales, and that's 15 years later, I'm here today. So the point of that though, because I turned my back on my dad's dream at that early age, I'm so driven to be successful in business because I decided that was the path I wanted to take, and I want to make my dad proud of me, really, really simple. So that's how I go about it. And when I talk for a motivational speaker way, I always really ask people to think, why are they doing it? What is their reason? Because actually for me, to make my dad proud of me because I turned my back on his dream is a massive motivation. And once you find that, it can help you, strive to be successul.
When you talk to the SMEs, the entrepreneurs, the solopreneurs that are here, and they're hanging on every word, what are the kind of mistakes that you hear them saying, or the kind of buzz that goes through the audience? What are the big mistakes that you've seen?
Well, I think the big mistake is not making mistakes, because actually people are afraid to fail. And what I've found in a lot of businesses and entrepreneurs, the real successful people are the people that have failed over and over again. They've never changed the goal, they've just changed the plan of how they're going to get there, and they always try again. And a lot of people are so close to success, but they give up because that fear of failure. And I'm a true believer in, if you don't ask the question, the answer is always no. So I think in business, you should make mistakes, because that's how you learn, and go about and be proud to make mistakes.
All right, so that's the motivational speaking. There's, as you said, a couple of projects going on.
Yep.
You've got a couple of stands here. Tell us a bit about those businesses.
Okay, first business, which is My Travel Pal, which is here today. We do offers and discounts for the best things to do when you're out and about. So for example, hotels, spas, golf clubs, you name it. people advertise with us. We have a database of about 1.6 million people, which we actually send the offers and promotions out. So that's what we do in that business. We're exhibiting here today. I think it's stand 116. I've probably got that wrong, but
all right.
stand 116.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere around the 100 mark. So that's a great business. It's a fun business to be in. The other business that I'm involved with is Prime, which is a sales training and recruitment business, and that was born.
And that's taking you back to your roots then, isn't it?
That was born on the back of me, let's be honest, messing it up with a business plan on The Apprentice, which I hold my hands up to, and learning from that and sticking to what I know, which was sales, and that formed Prime, and we do sales recruitment in a different way because we actually use our training as our unique selling point. So we give training to the people we place into sales role and develop them over a 12-month period. So quite unique, quite different, but we're absolutely loving it at the moment. It's been great.
I asked you before we started, does the apprentice sit on your shoulder like a big parrot that you have to carry around, or a monkey that you have to carry around all the time? Did you ever watch it back again yourself?
No, I hate watching myself on TV, believe it or not. People think, obviously you do The Apprentice, and some people go into it, let's be honest, they probably want to project their self-career and get onto TV. I genuinely did it because I wanted to win. I wanted to prove that I could be successful in business, and to me, that was the biggest platform to go in there. And it was a competition, and I love, the competitive side of it. So, although it's always there with me, it's part of my journey, and it's really helped me project my career. So I'm so thankful that I got the opportunity, really am.
Well, as always, it is always a pleasure to talk to you. You're a nice bloke. I think you're a nicer bloke than you even came over on the telly. You're just a nice guy. So then, inside track then, here we are, we're right in the middle of this really dates this now, doesn't it? We're right in the middle of this particular series,
certainly are.
This particular season. Jamie went out last Wednesday. Who do you think is going to be still in there? Who do you think is going to be Alan Sugar's apprentice?
I think the right person went on Wednesday. I think.
God, yes.
I think the thing is with him, he's got a lot to give. He's a cheeky chappy. I quite like that. He's enthusiastic and he's passionate. But sometimes in business, and particularly when you get to the nitty-gritty end of The Apprentice, you've got to be professional, you've got to be slick, and he doesn't know when to switch it off, I don't think. So, I think the right person won. The people that I'm watching at the moment, who I think are going to make the final, is Roisin, I think her name, if I've said it correctly.
That's the Irish girl, isn't she?
I think she's, what I like about her, she reminds me a lot of Leah from last year who won it. Going about her work quietly, but very effectively. But then if you saw the way she took James on in the boardroom this week, she's got that bite. So I think she's one to watch. And also, I like Mark. He sold 7 hot tubs, so he's done particularly well.
Yep.
I think he's got a lot to give. He's been a little bit sneaky, I think, which is a shame because I think he should let his talent do the talking.
Bit Machiavellian.
He should let his talent do the talking because he's certainly got a lot of talent. So I think Mark will do well, Roisin will do well, and the outside is probably Solomon.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Don't put money on that.
No,
by the way.
we won't put money on that. Just for a bit of an inside track for these lovely people that are standing here at the moment, we're in the series, and we're watching it, and of course, it's not happening in real time, is it? How long does the whole process take?
6 months. So you film your episodes. You're sworn to secrecy. You can tell 3 people that you've actually gone on The Apprentice. So obviously my wife was one of them. She wondered where I'd gone for 8 weeks. My boss at the time, obviously, to give me the time off work, and I think I told my sister as well, just because unfortunately, from a family. So they swear you to secrecy, but obviously when you're there, the process is so intense and it's back to back. They do a task for 2 days and then a boardroom for a day, then a task for 2 days, then the boardroom for a day, and then you have a day off every kind of 6 days. So it is consistent, it's long hours, but that's what you sign up for.
And do you get a lasting relationship with the camera crews that are with you?
I absolutely love them. Yeah, I'm in contact with a lot of the crew, the runners, the people that look after you when you're there filming. And I've always been the same. Treat anybody, with respect, and you get respect back. And the people on the show were absolutely great. And it's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, isn't it? Whether you love or hate The Apprentice, which people do, it's a Marmite.
It is Marmite. We've had people sitting on the show here. And Alan Sugar is nearly a swear word.
Yeah, well,
and there are other people that are sitting here who love the man.
Yeah,
and so it is very Marmite, isn't it?
Well, I'm certainly a fan of his, and what I would say, and I've got a lot of respect for him, that he's not somebody that, you know, had it given to him. He's made his success. And for me, you know, I'm just starting out in my business. I know where I'm at. I don't go out there telling people that I'm a successful entrepreneur, because I'm not. I'm starting out, I'm chasing the dream. But I think when you've got that drive and ambition and you look up to people like Lord Sugar, then, you know, you've got to have role models in business. Yep. And I'm certainly a fan of his. So yeah, I think he's a great guy.
Comes out some great cutting lines. Do you know, that's really nice to get the insight to The Apprentice. More importantly, really nice to get an insight to what you're doing as well. And as always, it's a pleasure to see you. I mean, the nice thing about Neil is, if you phone him up and you get to his answer phone, he's one of the few guys that will actually phone you back. What's that all about then? So, you know, fantastic to see you again. Please put your hands together for Neil Clough from The Apprentice, runner-up last year. Let's hear it for Neil, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.